know what it is. List week. It is finally list week, man. We are done with 2019. I have to say, man, 2019 kind of flew, for me at least. As soon as we hit like March, I swear to God, 2019 was kind of just zooming. My opinions on this year's music, we will get to that. I feel like it was a rather slow. It definitely was not what we got in 2018, but still some great albums that we got this year. Some great tracks, man. And as always, you know, man, I'm always slowing shit down. Last year, I did my top 11 slow tracks. Yeah, I did top 11 slow last year. It was received very well by my subscribers, man. Y'all love that shit, man. Y'all told me to do it again every year. Y'all gonna fucking watch it. It was probably my most watched list video. So here we are again in 2019, continuing the trend. I'm glad that compared to last year, actually every year it seems that slow music is slowly creeping on everybody's radar. Everybody's starting to understand what I'm saying. I remember when I first showed you guys slow shit, you guys thought I was a fool. You guys thought I was foolish for saying slow music is the shit slow. Bro, who the fuck listens to slow music? Now, it's wild that it is the standard to slow every track down. You will see. It may not get as much views as the main track, but it's slowly progressing in music, and everybody's starting to appreciate it. Not so much the chopped and screwed, but, you know, slowed and reverb is kind of the same thing. It's just without the cuts and, you know, the special shit that a lot of the DJs like to implement on the chopped and screw. Slowed and reverb, I mean, I like to slow my shit down. I really don't need the reverb, but the reverb does do some tracks justice. That being said, man, let's get into this top 10 list. All right, man, number 10. DeLorean, Logic. Now, a lot of you guys, for whatever reason, dislike that Logic project supermarket that came out. I get it. I mean, it wasn't for everybody. It was definitely a different direction, you know, where Logic went. But I feel like there was a couple tracks that you could take away from it, and also the fact that it was so experimental for Logic himself. You know, not giving, you know, he did a pop. It was a pop singing album. I really wasn't expecting it. I definitely thought that he could, you know, move on with that in further albums, and it would be okay. It would be received well by the Rat Pack. When you slow DeLorean down, it takes you on a journey. Feels like you on a beach, you drive. I really wish I could play this on the video, but they've been, look, I did City of Stars, and apparently Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone says City of Stars is from their movie. I don't know what's going on with YouTube's copyright system, but number 10 is DeLorean, Logic. If you want to go on a little dream, you ride that away. I'll try to sing that bitch myself if I could. You know, they can't copyright my black ass. But that's what you need to go listen to if you like that vibey, wavy shit with, you know, the synths going on in the background. That track, DeLorean, is a difference maker. I feel like it made that album one of my, you know, better projects of the year. Number 9, Chris Brown, Indigo. For that album to be so long, you know, it was a really long album. A lot of people really disliked, you know, Indigo for the length it was at. It was at, what, 24 tracks, I believe? 25 tracks? I might lie. That bit might have been 31 tracks. It was a long-ass album. I don't get why he did that for the second year in a row. But again, Chris Brown never fails. Chris Brown's doing what he does since he's been doing it since he was, what, 16? You know, he was in poppin'. You know, he was doing all that shit. I get it. I understand. Chris Brown is very talented, so he can carry out a long album like that. There was a lot of slow gems on that bitch. But Indigo has to be like one of the best slow on there. You know, he did my third eye, and where she go. And I feel like when you slow a lot of music down, you know, you get to learn the words. You know, I'm one that does not memorize words. I memorize melodies. But I can memorize a lot of slow track, hence Drake. I can memorize a lot of tracks when you slow them down. But 9 is Chris Brown, Indigo. 8 is another Chris Brown. I know you're gonna see a lot of doubles on here because that's how fire the slow tracks were. But Chris Brown, Dear God. If you guys didn't listen to Dear God, it was probably because it was at the end of the album and everybody was already tired of that shit by like track 14. Saying a lot. I saying the majority of people were tired of it by track 14. Me myself, I went through the whole album. But Dear God was towards the end of the album. If you hear it, he's like doo doo doo. You know, let's play. Let that bitch play. You know, they won't copyright me for like 4 seconds. Hold on. If you guys don't really understand what the aesthetic of slow music is, it's really to just draw you out. You know what I'm saying? It's really to take your soul and lift you up and kind of just, you know, feel the emotion, feel what the beats and what every sound is supposed to do to you. It's really to help you understand as a listener, to, you know, as a listener of beats, a listener of production. It helps you appreciate it even more than you already previously did. A lot of people that just love lyricism, I can see why you guys don't like slow shit. It sounds like, you know, it's dragged out. It sounds like you guys don't really sound like that sleepy shit. I get that. I mean, everybody has their reason for liking what they like. But that track right there, Dear God, it was already a sad track as it was. And, you know, Chris Brown crying out to God, you know, trying to get his girl back. And then you hear it in slowed. And he's really just, it draws out the emotion from the track. Like, it shows you how desperate Chris Brown is to get, you know, what he wants. You know, he's praising God slowly. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not for everybody. But I'm glad a lot of people are shifting towards. Number 7, Schoolboy Q. Dangerous. And not you know, Schoolboy does not sound good slow, personally me, but Cutalicious. It's really Cutalicious. Cutalicious is the reason why, you know, that Dangerous song, you know, for me, it was the best on the album, or if not top 3 on the album. And because when you get towards the end, after, you know, how aggressive Schoolboy is going in, and then, you know, you got Cudi coming at the end and, I'm feeling dangerous. You know, and then, like, he's going slow with it. Cutalicious with the hums, man, is dangerous, bro. I already tell you, he is a dangerous man with the hums in your ear. You know what I'm saying? Cutalicious is the reason why his name, bro. No homo. Y'all can say whatever y'all want. I'm comfortable with my sexuality. I know what I like. But his name will always be Cutalicious because the hums be going crazy. I don't really understand how he does it. After all these years, it's been a whole decade, and the hum's still doing his thing. It's crazy, man. But yes, number 7, Dangerous, Schoolboy Q. We love it. Number 6, y'all know me, man. Drake was going to be included at some point. He was going to be included at some point. And it's crazy how a lot of these Indigo tracks made my list because that's how far they were. Like, you know, you're gonna have 31 tracks of, you know, you're gonna have some slow bangers, okay? No Guidance with Drake. Drake really didn't make an appearance in 2019. I get it, he's gonna take a break. I do expect him in 2020. But for Drake to come on this track with Chris Brown, which was already, like, it was crazy at the time because they had their beef and they kind of just washed that away. Video was very corny. It's still corny to this day. Y'all can say what y'all want. Drake is not funny to me. He's never been funny to me. He was only funny that one time when he did the ESPN Awards and at the ESPYs, whatever. That was the only time he was really funny. Other than that, I don't really like Drake as an actor. That's just not me. But as a rapper, singer, the man does his damn thing. All right. I don't know who had the better verse on that track because, you know, when Drake came in at the end, he's like, freaky. Boom, boom. You know? I like that. That bit be hitting. Hey, on the slow, that bit be hitting. And then Chris Brown too, because in his what was it? Yeah, his first verse, he said, "No 9 to 5 and you're working." You know, like when he hit that shit on the slow shit, man, I thought that track, it elevated to another level, man. Chris Brown slowed is the shit. Drake, I feel like Drake is the king of slowed. All right, I can slow Drake his whole catalog down, and it will be more fire than what you hear the original. I feel like that for me at least. Hey, number 5 on my list. Hey, yo, Pierre, you want to come on? I will say I did bash that album a little harder than I thought I should have. I went back to it a couple more times to listen to it because as a producer, I do appreciate Pierre Bourne. Now, as a rapper, as a musician, whatever you want to call him, artist, whatever you want to call him. I did not appreciate that album on a first listen. Now when we came back to it, tracks like Ballad and Racer, of course, you know, like that's where I kind of turned around and was just like, you know what, let me just sit back and let me just take in the vibes, and I appreciated the album a little bit more. Not one of my best of the year, but definitely not as bad as I thought it was initially. Ballad is the best track on there, hands down. Slow, fast, skirt.
X, worry about your ex. You should be worried about what's next. Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
I mean, I feel like if you, as someone that loves, I don't like mumble rappers. You guys know that. It's hard for me to actually like a mumble rap track. And I feel like when he slowed it down, man, I could really hear what Pierre was saying. And I felt the skirt. Bro, I was vibing. Because I feel like when you're a producer first, you really understand the aspect of sound. You understand what sounds good, what's going to come together, what you need to do, different flows, what's going to connect, what's going to, you know what I'm saying, coincide. It's like you're just a master of the music. So you could be saying the most trash shit. But if you can mask your trash, not saying that he was saying trash shit all throughout the album, but I'm saying if you can mask a lot of the gutter that's being said with, you know, beautiful sounds, it's going to hit. Period. It's going to hit. Number 4. Oh man, as much as I hate to admit this, it is Tyler the Creator, Earthquake, featuring the Voldemort of this channel, the name that will not be said anymore. I get it. I mean, it was a vibe, alright? Every time I catch myself listening to it slowed, even fast, I'm like, oh, you know what? Okay, this is one of the better tracks. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I hate his whole catalog. Majority of it I do, but there's some tracks that catch me, and I understand where you guys, you know, coming from. You know, the vibe. I feel that. All right, he definitely killed the slowed. Voldemort sounds great slowed. All right, and she digging like Wolf Piggy. It was a vibe. All right, that's all I'm gonna say about it. That was one of my favorites of the year. Instantly, I knew it was going to be fire when I slowed it down on the video. I knew it was going to be the best. I think it's amassing right now at about 2 million views last time I checked on it. It could be more, but I understand why a lot of people would love that shit fast, slow, because this is one of those tracks that just sound good regardless of what you do to it. So I feel that that's one of the amazing tracks. Number 3. I think I got the name wrong, but I put Tory Lanez in my mind on my list. I got my list right now. Yeah, old school composition book. I don't do it on the phone, but it's in my mind. Whatever track that was, you know what? We just let that bitch play. I'm gonna let that bitch play. We gonna take the copyright. If they copyright me, we gonna just unmute it. We gonna mute it, and y'all gonna see me dancing to some. I'm gonna look like a mime if I mute it. But we gonna play that shit.
Everything around wanna move slow. I just caught a vibe, it's so quick. All I wanna do is get you blown. I don't wanna drive on too late.
I tried to tell people. People thought I was joking with people thought I was with the shits. All right, that track slow. Well, you better go grab your little motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You know, you better go get that shit. Now I'm not talking about the ASAP Rocky stroke either. I'm talking about the motherfucker. You know, you go ahead and get that thing. Get after. But that's crazy how people really slept on that Chicks Tape 5. And that track right there is the best track on that album. Fuck it. It's the best track. Y'all can say, get in the comments below. Let me know what's your favorite track from Chicks Tape 5. But we're going to have a conversation about this. Because in my mind, the way Tory Lanez was just slow. She don't want to vibe in it. And you get, you know, like, when you, bro, I was lit one night listening to that shit. And I was sitting back like, my number 2, man. My number 2 has to be easily Don Toliver. No idea. Now, a lot of people really don't know who Don Toliver is. A lot of my subscribers know who Don Toliver is, but recently Don Toliver has picked up some wind. Apparently some TikTokers are sharing his music and it's going around. I'm glad that I'm an OG because we all been here. We all know that we've been OG since Can't Say, and even before that, y'all was here. And I'm glad that Donnie is getting the recognition he deserves. A lot of people are kind of just mad about it when I read the comments and I read all like, oh, the TikTokers came here. But you guys understand, man, like I get it. You don't want your favorite artist to shift and be different and, you know, become mainstream or whatever. But you gotta like also, you know, respect who he's trying to become. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to be big. He's trying to, you know, feed his family. He's trying to do whatever he can to become a successful artist like the person he looks up to, which is Travis Scott. So I think it's kind of selfish as fans to be like, no, man, you shouldn't blow him up. Let people enjoy him, whether it's from TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I just want to make that announcement, man. But we got no idea, man. If y'all know... Y'all know the track. Y'all know the track. I ain't gonna say it like that. But I love just how he's kind of... Yes, he is using auto-tune, but he's creating his own sound. I feel like that... A lot of people say that you know, he sounds similar to what we have? No. A lot of people say he's a carbon copy of Travis Scott. No, I don't believe that either. If you really listen to how he flows, yes, he may use the auto-tune the same way, but the way he uses his high-pitched sounds, the way he carries his melodies, sometimes he's really off with it. Like, he be hitting that shit differently than Travis Scott. Travis Scott is definitely something different, man, especially if you listen to him before. If you've been listening to Travis Scott for so long, he is not the same if you're really listening to it. So I feel like No Idea had to be on there, man, because it was one of my most played slow shit. I feel like all the slow tracks from Donnie was fire this year, but No Idea was going to be to my number 2. Now, number 1. Get in the comments below, man. Let me know what you think my number 1 is going to be. I want to hear it. I'm going to play number 1. Number 1 will be played on here, whether it's copyright or not. We going to play it. And if it don't play, you're going to have my ass looking like a mime, be like this again. It's cool. But number 1, I want to hear what y'all think my number 1 going to be before we go. So, all right, here we go.
Don't think you fooling. You not new to it. You kinda fluid. I was coming on the wood. I'm coming with mud.
Yo, Gunna had the bro. Y'all would say whatever the fuck y'all want to say. But Gunna, bro?
We don't need no one vouching for us. I've been gunning and found me a buzz. I've been searching for love and found less. Was spark at the kid in the cut. Keep it strong cause these niggas play tough. Keep it real, it's a lot of fake love. Niggas hate but they bitches in love. Man, the Billy I white like a dove. I took off, ain't the same as it was. Get it out, told I wanted a buzz. Don't think you fooling. You not new to it. You kinda fluid. They time on my teeth. Car push out, I keep losing the keys. Should have boxed my closet full of seeds. My shit wet, LES,
Oh, man, bro. Oh, man. Bro, y'all can say whatever y'all want, man. All right. You gonna see Dripper Drown 2 somewhere on my list coming up. Y'all gonna see it. And y'all, a lot of y'all gonna hate me for it, but I don't give a fuck. That track, Who You Fooling, it may be biased, but it had to I can say that. I'm Asian. Y'all can't say that as racist and shit. But when it had the Ling Ling and the Kodo going off and shit, like, y'all gotta understand this, man. I love anime, all right? And for a lot of people that do love anime now in 2019, shout out to all my anime, you know, man, if you see y'all about the culture. I know y'all about the culture, but a lot of y'all that are about the culture, man, we all know. When you hear some shit like that, you know, let's say like the Naruto vibes and shit, you know, Utsumi, you know what I'm saying? You hear all the sad boy vibes, you know, anything, Sasuke sound, whatever you want to put it. When you hear the Kodo, how it's just serenading your ass. Sound like you in a massage parlor, you know, you about to get serenaded, you know what I'm saying? American money. When it comes to America? America? Yeah. That nigga Chris Tucker fool. But anyways, man, you know when you feel that shit, right? And then it was crazy how Wheezy did that. At the time, I did not know that Wheezy and Turbo were 2 different people. Good, that's what we're here for. Y'all here to teach? I'm also here to teach as well. Y'all teach me, I teach y'all. So I did not know that, you know, Wheezy and Turbo was 2 different people. So at the time, I thought that Wheezy and Turbo, dude was named Wheezy Turbo, they were doing the thing on the beat. How can you make a beat like this? How can you make this Asian ass beat after what we got in the first 14 tracks? You come in here and you give us this motherfucking fire, and then you just got Gunna sliding on this. This nigga Gunna just slide. Like, listen to this shit. Listen to how Gunna just sliding on it, bro. Hold on, listen to it. Let's do it.
Keep it real, it's a lot of fake love. Niggas hate but they bitches in love. And the Billy I white like a dove.
Yes! So you gonna sit here and tell me, Devin Travell Dorsey, you gonna sit here and tell me that this ain't fire? Boy, go take some Tide Pods to the face, boy, cause there ain't nothing that's better than this slow this year. This the best slow track, hands down, 2019. Get in the comments below, man. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel. Let me hear your favorite slow down track this year. I wanna hear it because, like I said, it's all subjective at the end of the day. If you don't like it, cool, that's how you feel. I think you foolish, who you fooling, but it's okay. Like, I understand, I get it. Who You Fooling for me is my number 1 though. I want to know y'all number 1s, man. I just want to say thank you guys, man, for a lot of these videos as well. I mean, I gotta say, man, you guys represent me hard. Like, if you look, no, pause. A lot of you guys, if you look through these comment sections, man, like you look, who brought me here? Dev. Still go to that Kid Cudi Reborn video. Dev brought me here. We are here because of Dev. So y'all really, man, shouting me out, man, for that shit, because I really don't want. I will say that I'm an ambassador, but at the same time, if people are open to it, I'm not gonna sit here and say, no, I'll put you guys on. No, this is death. Y'all better give me some credit. No, I'm cool with it. Like, now, however you found it, I'm glad. I'm just glad that it's actually getting out there, and a lot of people are actually understanding now that slow music is the shit. I've been rocking with it now since I was, what, 16, 17? That's about 12, 11 years. I've been rocking with it for forever. And to see where it's now finally going and how the code, like now, I don't even have to slow it down myself. I can just go on YouTube, put slow, and it's going to be there. That is amazing. I love that shit. So I just want to say for you guys, man, that rep me, man, and always doing that shit. Thank y'all, man. I've been doing this for 4 years now. All my Patreons, I appreciate you guys heavy. All my Patreons for, you know, keeping my channel going. All the people that keep watching and keep liking, man. Like is free, and you guys understand that. You guys support me, whether it's Twitter, Instagram. You guys make me feel like I'm like some C-tier famous person, bro. Y'all really be showing me love for somebody that only have 180K, and that's what I'm trying to build our community, man. One thing I gotta say, I'm gonna give tips at every, you know, video that we do in these top videos. One tip I gotta say, man, a lot of people ask about YouTube, how to be a YouTuber. All I'm gonna say is, be yourself. Don't try to be anybody else that you are not. If you're not smart, don't try to be smart. Don't try to use smart words. Don't try to be the most insightful person. If you're a funny ass person, be funny. Just be funny. That's it. Be funny. Be who you are. Don't try to imitate anybody else, because after a while, after 650 videos, people are going to see through that. Everybody knows that I'm a goofy ass motherfucker. I've been goofy since the motherfucking first video. And 650 videos later, I'm still a goofy motherfucker. And 1,200 videos later, I'm still gonna be the same goofy motherfucker doing these videos. Never change. Always be yourself, man, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, it's all about credibility, and it's all about, you know what I'm saying, being who you are. Don't show a facade. And that's all I'm saying about if you want to start a YouTube, do that. Alright, been fucking talking too much, man. Get a comment box below, let me know what y'all think. Don't forget to follow me on social media, let me know what you want to hear. And let's get ready for 2020, man. Top 10 slop solo. Thank y'all for supporting, man. Thank y'all. We out. Peace. Also, before I left, man, I forgot to give you guys my honorable mentions of slow tracks. I don't know why I left. I was so hyped after I got the Who You Fooling, man. I was so hyped. But Situation, Don Toliver was one that I felt like I initially loved, but it didn't really make it to the end. And then Jaden Smith again. Jaden Smith again was there. The reason I didn't put Jaden Smith again was there because it was just the second half of the track. Well, not even the second half. The last minute slowed is what I really loved about that track. We also got London by Young Thug and J. Cole. Jaden Summertime in Paris. I know a lot of you guys really expected for Jaden to be on there more, but I really feel like it was just, I don't know, something about Jaden's slower track this year really didn't hit me like it did on Sire last year or 2 years ago. So I felt like that's why I didn't include that. Tory Lanez was the last track I wanted to put on here. Jerry Sprunger. Jerry Sprunger was very fire, man. I loved it slow, but I felt like In My Mind or Blowing Minds was definitely the better of the two that I was going to include here. So those are my honorable mentions. For a lot of the Don Toliver fans that got mad at me because I did put No Idea on here, but then you guys saw that Situation also didn't make it. You guys were probably going to be mad, like, why the fuck Situation didn't make it? Now here y'all go. So now we really out though. Hey, peace.